And we're live, finally. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sumitra.
Firstly, I apologize for this delay. I'm extremely sorry about it.
It's okay, it's fine, it's Bangalore traffic.
It's great to be here.
And thank you so much for joining us. I think if it were me, I would have just turned around and been like, okay guys, I'm going home, forget about Facebook Live.
No, we turned around and took the longer route and reached.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
God, that's really crazy.
So bad, really.
But regardless, late, early, whatever it may be, we're really very excited to have Sumithra join us today because she is my inspiration, Rosé's inspiration to start off the Culinary Heritage Society, which is essentially a society where we bring together women to bond over food, flavors, personal stories related to different recipes and about, preserving our own culinary heritage.
Yeah.
And this is something Sumi has been doing with her Facebook page as well, Sumi's Kitchen.
Yeah.
She's been hosting meals and experiences in her house. Where she cooks up Andhra Brahmin food from the West Godavari district. I have it memorized. Even though, Sumi, can I just confess, your last name is so hard to pronounce. Please, can you pronounce it for us?
Yeah, it is Sumitra Kalapatapu.
Kalapatapu.
Yeah, that's the family name actually.
I told you it's Kalapatapu.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We're all different versions.
So, Sumitra, tell me, tell me about your food heritage.
Yeah, see, my in-laws are from the West Godavari district, so the food is very distinct and very different. It's a proper Andhra Brahmin food. And I learned all this food cooking from my mother-in-law. I was only 19 when I got married.
Okay.
So before that, I did learn a lot from my mother, but that style of cooking was very different. My parents are Kannadigas.
Okay.
So their food was different
And different influences
yes.
from our state.
Yes. And then in college, I chose to do BSc with home science, and nutrition was one of my majors. So cooking was always something I liked from the age of 12, 13.
Okay.
It was like a big interest for me. Whatever I learnt in college and then at home and then finally from my mother-in-law and from various other people. I went for cookery classes after my marriage because in those days that was the only way you could learn to cook food. Lot different varieties of food.
Okay.
So I went for Chinese and Punjabi cooking and this
Oh
and
my
that. I used to
God.
buy Tarla Dalal books and try out recipes from that. So that's how the journey went on and on and on. And lately I've been focusing more on the Andhra Brahmin food because this is something which is not
well
known in anywhere
Very
other than
niche,
in an Andhra home, Brahmin household. So I have taken it up as my own this thing, like to bring it out to the world and tell the world that this also exists.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So, how long back did you start, hosting the meals at your house?
Yeah, this this thing I started 4 years back in 2015.
Okay.
Actually, it happened. I had no idea of doing all this work. Then my daughter expired in 2014.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she was herself a very good cook. She loved cooking, and like me, she also liked feeding people. So after that, I was quite shattered and I was just thinking of what to do. I needed to focus on something to get
something positive.
heal me actually.
To bring you out of that.
Yeah, bring me out of the grief and all that. And I was living alone also. My son was in the merchant navy, he would go away.
Oh wow.
So I had to get myself out of that whole thing. Then someone gave me this idea, one young girl. She said, "Auntie, try this. It's a very good new thing which is happening in India. It is very new. You could always try in Bangalore." So I thought, okay. And then I met somebody else. She was a blogger.
Okay.
She was related to me. And then she said, "No problem, Auntie, I'll bring my friends and come." And they all came, they ate, they put it up on social media.
Oh, wow.
And it was such a big hit.
Oh wow.
It was such a hit. From that time, it was difficult, of course, but nothing was easy.
Yeah.
But still, it was good. I really loved my work, and this actually it was like therapy for me.
Yeah, like
Cooking,
a meditation.
Yes, very much. It helped me a lot in my own healing
Yeah.
from grief and other things. So that's how it's been going on each step.
Each step.
And
of the
so
way.
many new things are coming my way in
Mhm.
this last 4 years.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was so exciting to actually see that you have catered, you have planned, designed, and cooked an entire meal for a very big 5-star in Bangalore.
Yeah.
So tell me more about
This
that.
is not the first one. I had done in ITC last year for 10 days.
Okay.
And then in March in Mumbai, Sofitel invited me. That
Wow.
was for a whole week over there.
Wow.
And people really liked the food in Bombay because it was such a novelty for them. It was so different that no one had ever tasted this. And people are not aware that this kind of food exists in Andhra. Normally, Andhra food means everyone associates it with either non-vegetarian or biryanis and
Exactly.
very spicy. But this
I've
food
actually
is
had
not
that,
like
same experience. Every time I
Yes.
go to an Andhra restaurant, I'm always like, I just come away with my face completely
Yes.
red.
So this is not like that at all. This is very like moderate kind of taste. It's very well balanced.
Give us an example of some of the dishes and
Yeah,
you know.
see the vegetables which are in Andhra meal, a vegetable is very important because we start the meal with that. It's called kura. So with the kura is very important. And in
Kura.
this vegetarian meal, there are so many different types of vegetables that we cook, and it's very tasty to eat actually.
Of course, I love my vegetables. Really.
So we make various kinds of not exactly spices, flavors rather.
Mhm, okay.
Because this we use less of spices and more of lentils and red chilies and
Okay, so
and-
those create unique flavors that blend
yeah.
in with the
Yes.
vegetables.
And we use lots of green chilies in our cooking. And then it's followed by the dal, the pappu,
Okay.
the famous Andhra pappu. So after that comes the chutneys, the pachadi. Pachadi in Telugu actually means chutney.
Chutney.
So
okay.
pachadi in the other parts of south actually means the preparation which is made with curd.
With curd, yeah. In the
So
Kerala
in
cuisine.
Telugu language, perugu pachadi is the one which is made with curd.
Okay.
And even in this perugu pachadi, we have so many varieties of perugu pachadi.
So perugu means curd.
Curd,
Okay.
yeah. So we have lot of varieties in perugu pachadi also, and then there is pulusu, there is pulihara, there is all kinds of snacks,
Okay.
street snacks.
When are you inviting us over for a meal?
Anytime, I am always ready to cook.
That's so lovely. I love to meet someone who loves to feed because I love
Yeah.
to. I absolutely love to eat.
You're always welcome. I'm waiting for the rossé team to come over.
Yes, actually,
Very
we are
soon.
planning on doing
Yes.
one of our first meetups and
Yeah.
coming and experiencing
Yes.
food.
Please.
I mean, the thing is, what I find very fascinating and wanted you also to sort of talk about is, these days we have a lot of big restaurants,
Yes.
5-star hotels actually, doing very niche, taking niche cuisines from all over India and creating entire festivals out of
Yes.
them. I mean, yours is one of them, and then there was also like something about, the Shabari food ones,
Oh, yeah.
Lucknowi, etc.
Kathiawadi and then Bengali.
Yeah, exactly.
All
And
these.
can you talk to me a little bit about, the importance of all of us, appreciating and preserving our own unique culinary heritage?
Yeah, see, let me tell you, as far as I know, I don't know any person who is doing something for our own state of Andhra actually.
Okay.
See, everywhere you will find restaurants and all these things, of
Mhm.
course. But a restaurant food is always different from the home style of cooking because for them, they have to, spice it up and make it
Of course.
more
Yeah.
tasty and attractive.
Appealing, yeah.
Yeah, to get their customers.
Yeah.
But this home food is slowly it's fading out. Not many people, see in my generation we are all sticking to this this thing, we still continue to cook and do all that. But I don't know many young people like who are in the age group of 25-30, they would enjoy eating, but they don't know how to cook.
Can you
So
send them
what's
a
going to
message and
happen?
say,
Yeah,
do
please
something about
learn.
it?
I am ready to teach also if you don't want to learn from your mothers.
I'm getting married, I need it.
By the way, that's the voice you hear in the background is Amrapali Shinde, who is our producer. Yeah, so I mean that's
Yeah.
so lovely. I mean, you know,
Many people, they find it easy to order food or go out and eat. This home thing is fading out slowly.
it's actually like it's actually so bad. It's also like criminal when you think about the number of plastics that are single-use
Yes.
plastics
Yeah.
from these
Ordering
takeaway
food,
boxes
yes.
that are landing up in landfills, just like never to disintegrate, never to
Yes.
biodegrade. It's really
So
awful.
when people order food from me, I have certain strict rules.
Mhm.
No giving plastics.
Oh wow.
No disposables.
Can we send our own dabbas over?
You have to.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
only way you can pick up food from my house.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I do take even small catering orders.
Mhm.
Like I do up to 25, 30 people.
Okay.
So if in case that family doesn't have containers, I give my own.
Okay.
So they return it back to me the next day.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So I'm very strict on that. I do not give plastics.
You know, so I mean, Sumitra, there are so many ladies out there who probably also have their own sort of food that they cook, their own culinary heritage.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they feel shy to, you know, invite a larger
Yes.
audience to come and taste it because they're like, oh, what if they don't like it?
Yeah.
What if I'm not able to do a good job? What can you say to them to give them more confidence?
Please, please, please be very confident. And people love good food.
They do.
Wherever
They
it is
absolutely
available,
do.
people always enjoy good food. I have seen that in so many places.
Mhm.
And it's wonderful to invite people over and share your culinary expertise.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
your own unique style and
Oh,
your own
yes.
unique flavors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you also say to all us other ladies who are also looking to turn our passion into a profession? You know, what can you say to inspire us in that?
See, everybody has their own way of finding what they want to do.
Yeah,
If you're really interested in cooking, I'm sure you'll always find a way to, you know, bring it forward and show it to the world.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we just have to like keep
You have to keep
searching,
at it. That's
keep
all.
at it,
Yeah.
like showing up.
It
as
is
like,
a little difficult. I
Mhm.
won't say it's very easy. Nothing is very easy in this world, and it's not very easy to please an entire group of people. Yeah.
There'll always be one critic.
Oh yes, there will be. Sometimes they do keep popping up.
I think the idea is to just like always just keep showing up. You know, you may not be great from day one,
Yeah.
but eventually when you keep
Yes.
practicing.
Practice is what makes it.
I mean, for you, you catered for, you just served a meal for 10 people and then now you're doing like minimum 25 maximum.
Yeah.
What's the most you've catered for?
In Sofitel, one day we did for 80 people.
Wow.
It was a mad rush that
That's
day.
amazing.
That was so exciting actually. You know, it's so challenging and great fun actually.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, what is your, like, you know, just to sign off, like, I mean, you know, what kind of advice would you want to give to food entrepreneurs out there who are looking, you know, to start their own ventures?
Go out and do it, but don't get into something very big. Don't jump into it. Start from a slow, small step and keep climbing. It will happen because it's a very different world and people want food everywhere.
Mhm.
So different kinds of food has a lot of, people are ready to accept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Huh.
You know, I think now after this, everyone is going to be writing into us and asking for one recipe. Sumi, would you do us the honor of later going home and sharing one lovely little recipe?
Sure,
Maybe
sure.
a pachadi or something.
Yeah, I
or a
will,
puttu.
but I cannot guarantee that it will taste like mine.
Oh, of course. You know, this is
Because
such a
every hand is different.
This is such a typical mom thing to say. Even my
course.
mom says the exact same thing.
It's true. See, what happens is, at one time, some 35 years back, when my mother-in-law used to make that stuffed brinjal, I used to think, oh God, will I ever be able to make it like that?
Mhm.
But today I'm an expert. That is one of my very favorite dishes actually.
Does it taste exactly like your
Yes,
mother-in-law?
now it does.
Okay.
Now it does.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sumithra, for joining us today, braving the Bangalore traffic as usual, and thank you all for all out there for watching.
It's my pleasure to be here, and I hope to do more with Rossé.
Absolutely, we are looking forward to doing so much more with you, Joe.
Yes. Thank
Alright.
you.
Thank you.